Hola Español Dos. I just want to make a quick video to go over the new grading requirements. So they want us to have some grades to put in so you can get something for fourth quarter. So basically the new grading policy says every assignment is either you can get a 1 if you show mastery or a 0.5 if you still need some work. So what I'll be doing is I'll assign assignments, and if it looks really good, just like one mistake or so, then you'll get a 1. If it has several errors, I'll give you a 0.5. Then I will post the answer key, and I'll do like the answer explanation video, and you will make corrections to that assignment and resubmit it. So if you got a 0.5, all you have to do is make corrections to that assignment using the videos that I make and the answer keys in order to get a full point. So potentially you can all get 100 on the activity as long as you make corrections. There will be some assignments that you won't be able to make corrections to, but you'll know what those are. They're going to be labeled skills assessment, or what is it going to be called? Skills check. So if it says skills check, then it cannot be redone. Does that make sense? Hopefully. So on the skills check, make sure that you use your notes in your previous worksheets and that you have a good understanding of what you're doing before you submit the skills check, because those are final. So if you get a 0.5, that's final. That's like kind of like the test, and a 1-point test, so not a big deal, but basically to see if you can use your notes and materials and get the information right. I have posted some assignments for you. There are 2 things that are due Wednesday at midnight. Those are corrections to the worksheets that were done last week. Now, normally you would have had a grade on those, either a 1 or a 0.5, but since those were assigned before these were worth a grade, I'm only giving you a point now for the corrections, okay? So everybody got theirs returned, and I didn't grade them, and you will resubmit them. I will look at your resubmissions. If you use the answer key in the videos and you got 100% on it, which you all should be able to since I have an answer key, then you'll get a 1. If you didn't bother to use the answer keys to get the right answers, then you'll get a 0.5. And if you don't submit it at all, then you'll get a 0, if that makes sense. This week you have, let me look and make sure, but you have those 2 assignments correcting the worksheets from last week. That one is the answers to the Gustar and other verbs worksheet. The other one is the Doloy worksheet. And then you have 2 new assignments. The first new assignment is questions with Gustar and other verbs. You'll respond to those questions in a complete sentence and submit it. On Friday, I'll post the answer key, and you can make corrections. I'll grade them. First, I'll grade them. And you get like either a 1 or a 0.5. If you're happy with your 1 or your 0.5, fine. But if you want to make corrections, then you'll use the answer key, you'll make corrections, and then I'll change your grade. So if you got a 0.5, I'll change it to a 1. Obviously, if you got a 1 already, that means you showed mastery and you don't need to do anything else, okay? The other assignment is a Go Formative, and it's a speaking and listening practice. So you'll use your microphone on your phone or your computer to listen to my questions I ask you and respond. Pretty much if you do that assignment, you're going to get a 1 because there isn't really any way for you to make corrections. So as long as you do all of that assignment, you're going to get a 1, if that makes sense. And I think that's all. Now, there will still be some things that are ungraded. If it says ungraded, then it's not worth the 1 point. That means it's optional. So if it's an online activity, there's no way for me to know if you actually did that online activity, the extra practice we've been doing. So it might just say ungraded. And then, that's just extra practice for you. If you're confused, you don't get it. Remember, if you need a Zoom session, you want to meet me and you on Zoom, me teaching you at one-on-one, I'm happy to connect on Zoom with you. I will put up some Zoom lesson times each week. Those will be optional. Those are for you to join if you have questions, you need extra help. You can always ask me to schedule one, and I'll schedule that. Remember, I'm here for you for questions on Remind. Also questions, you can post them on the stream, on Google Classroom. Basically, I think that covers it. If you have any questions, please send me a remind or post it on the stream. Okay, hasta luego. Adiós. Los extraño mucho.